knowing how to fight is more important than partying, driving fast cars, and banging hot bitches. Think about this. What is all this worth if one day you find yourself in a situation where you are unable to protect yourself or your loved ones and everything you have is taken away from you? The reason I'm training martial arts so vigilantly is that I have had bad experiences on the streets and in the school when I was a little kid. So that motivated me and created a desire inside me to never ever find myself in a situation where I'm weak and I'm prey for somebody else. Because you never understand why you must know how to fight until you find yourself in a situation, in a place where you can't do it. Then you get your ass kicked and you learn your lesson. I've gotten my ass kicked many times in school. I've gotten my ass kicked in the streets a couple of times when I didn't know how to fight. And if I knew how to fight, it could have ended very differently. And then I also saw a movie that was the final, it was a drop that made the bucket overflow. It was a movie with Jodie Foster called The Brave One, where a young lady with her fiance walk late at night. They take their dog out for a walk very late at night at a park, and suddenly the dog, they throw the ball and the dog runs to catch it and fetch it, but the dog doesn't come back with the ball, and the couple goes looking for the dog. They go under a little bridge, and at the edge of the tunnel they see a bunch of thugs. There were 3 people. One of them was holding the dog by his leash, and they didn't want to give the dog, and they proceeded very aggressively towards the couple. And what ended happening, I was shocked when I saw that scene. They were badly beaten. The woman ended up in the hospital, badly wounded. The guy died. And yes, it's a movie, but it's not that far away from real life scenarios. That could have happened to you and your girlfriend any single time you walked somewhere. And maybe they went looking out for trouble, but it wasn't like they were in some bad neighborhood. They were at the local park, and they got beaten up by a bunch of thugs. Now, if the guy was a fighter, if he was combat ready, maybe it would have turned out differently. Maybe nothing would have changed, but at least he wouldn't have been hopeless, getting beaten by random street thugs and seeing his girlfriend beaten too in front of his eyes. Maybe they could have raped her. That didn't happen in the movie, but it wouldn't be likely in reality. So that's one of the reasons why I train martial arts so vigilantly. So if anything happens to me, at least I will go down fighting. Somebody attacks me, they're gonna be in trouble. Maybe I don't win, but I will do my best to fucking cause all the possible damage that I can. And maybe they regret it that they chose to attack me. Somebody might say that, well, what if blah blah blah, you're never attacked. I'm 40 years old, nobody has ever attacked me because I don't go out looking for trouble. Yes, it hasn't happened by now, but who knows, maybe it happens tomorrow. How can you know? It's better to be ready than to find yourself in a situation where you don't know how to handle it. So why do you get insurance for your car? Yes, you haven't had a car accident yet. Maybe you are such a good driver, you've never crashed the car. But maybe tomorrow you just take your Lambo out of the garage and suddenly you find yourself at an intersection. You see the light, the traffic light is green, and then some drunk idiot goes and slams his car on you. Then that's why you needed the insurance. Had you thought that I don't need the insurance because I'm a good driver, you would be in trouble. First of all, you would have to buy a new Lambo, which if you're me, it wouldn't be a problem, but for most people it would be a problem. And secondly, what about you? What about the damage caused to you? And the same is about martial arts. When you're combat ready all the time, that's your insurance when you go out in the streets. And not only when you're alone, especially when you are with people who can't do anything themselves. When you're with a girlfriend, with your mother, with your sister, with your kid, do it for them if you don't do it for you. But it's insurance for you and for everyone that's around you. So that's why I go around the world and travel and train with best martial artists to progress as fast as possible. Because I'm also a businessman. I don't have the time to train 5 hours every afternoon, although I do it, but I want to progress fast and develop my skill in the fastest possible way. And just training at my gym in my city a few hours a day isn't gonna cut it. I want to progress as fast as possible and then move on to conquering a new chapter in my life. I went in business when I was 19, I became a millionaire by 20, then I made more money by 22, 23, and now I'm getting into martial arts. Not sure how it's gonna last, maybe I do it professionally, but anyway, that's not the point here. The point is, you must be combat ready, because it's your insurance when you go out, and you owe it to yourself and to those around you. And besides that, you also develop valuable skills like discipline, you train your mind, you train your focus. These are things that are transferable to every other venture, to your career, to your money-making ventures, to your social life, to everything. The confidence that you develop by training martial arts is unmatched. You don't get it anywhere. There are many body language courses out there. There are courses about how to improve your self-confidence, and it's all bullshit. Just go and train, and when you know that you can kick somebody's ass, you're gonna be confident. And you're gonna start feeling better. You're not gonna be a weak, insecure little beta soy boy.